Hi guys, it's Nancy, and we have a new release from Catherine Pooler, and I thought I'd start with showing you guys some new pastel inks. These are part of the Party Collection, and I just wanted to tell you guys that to download the color wheel, it is free. So they have the Party Collection and the Spa Collection. I like to download these on the actual Catherine Pooler cardstock, because if this is what you are stamping on, then you want to make sure that it's true to color, right? Or as close as you can get. Obviously, your printer is not going to be exactly to the stamping, but I download this on the actual Catherine Pooler cardstock, just so you guys know. So by downloading it on there, it gives me a better idea of what the color is going to be. So these are part of the Pastel Party Collection, not the Spa Collection, so they're going to be a little bit lighter. And what you do is you're going to print two. You're going to print the Spa Collection and the Party Collection, and then you're going to have these color wheel centers, and you use a little brad, and you put that in the center, and then you can rotate and give you your complementary, your analogous, and so on colors, okay? But today we're going to be working with the party colors, so let me show you what they are. So we have 3 new colors, and they are very light, and I will swatch them out for you. They're pastels, so much lighter. So the first one is called Creamsicle, and again, I'm going to swatch it out so you can see it. Perfect for spring. And Creamsicle is a very, I mean, the name is perfect. I can't even give you a description other than saying it is Creamsicle. And it is lighter than Bellini. So Bellini is right here. So Creamsicle is going to fill in lighter, okay? And I'm going to put Bellini here so you can see. And remember, these are dye inks, so they do dry back into the paper. Again, dye inks dye the paper. Pigment inks are like paint. They sit on top of the paper. So that's Creamsicle versus Bellini. So if we thought Bellini was light, Creamsicle sits in and it goes in even lighter. Okay? You also can order the labels. I always recommend labels depending on how you store them. I used to store my ink pads where I could see them on the side. Now with the storage system I have, they actually sit like this. So I put my labels this way so I can see them when I'm pulling them out. I also cut a little corner off my labels, and I put those on my, well, I used to put them on my refill, my reinkers, but now the reinkers come colored, so I don't even have to do that. But if you have the old reinkers, these color labels are nice because you can put the little sticker on the labels. Okay, so that's Creamsicle. And now you don't have to order the larger inks or the mini inks in sets. You can order large or mini depending on your storage. The mini inks are exactly the same sponge formulation, ink formulation. So depending on your space, you can go larger or smaller. Okay, the next color is called Lemon Sorbet. I know that's kind of hard to see, but it is called Lemon Sorbet, and it is actually lighter than Chiffon. I thought Chiffon, again, was as light as you could get, but, oh, that's a nice tight seal there. And I love these spongy ink pads because they do not show, they don't show lines when we're stamping. Felt ink pads sometimes show like the felt lines when we're stamping. These spongy ink pads are nice and juicy, and they do not show those lines. So again, these look very close, but when they dry back, Lemon Sorbet is going to be a little bit lighter than Chiffon. So here is Chiffon. Here is Lemon Sorbet on the color wheel. And again, I just need to go print me another one. The color wheel, by the way, is completely free to print that out. Thank you, Catherine Pooler, for doing that. And Catherine Pooler released last year if you guys are into swatching, a whole set on swatching with stamps and tags and all of that. I know a lot of you guys are super organized. It's a really great system. So I'm sure these will be added to that swatch system, the names of the ink pads in the future. Okay, so you can already see this starting to lighten up between the two colors, how this is just slightly darker than Chiffon is darker than Lemon Sorbet. So a really nice light yellow. You can always get darker with your inks. You can't get lighter with your inks. So it is nice to have a lighter color, especially those of you guys who like to do layered stamping. This is really nice pastel lighter colors, okay? And last but not least, for all of my purple fans, like my best friend Tracy, we have Frosted, which is a lighter version of Serenade. And this is how, I didn't open this one because I wanted you guys to see when the inks are shipped to you, they come sealed. So they come nicely sealed, so you don't have to worry about them leaking. And then when you get the labels come in a set of 4. You cut off the label that you want, so you can cut it to any size that you want. And I try to cut as close as I can, so there's no white, but if you want the white, you can cut the white. And then peel that off. And then, like I said, I stick it to the end here. Like that. And then I'm labeled. You can put them in a book. You can put them a little dot, like I said, in your on your inkers if you want. Oh, look at that. That is such a pretty color. It's almost like a wisteria purple. Very pretty. And then Serenade. You see how juicy the brand new one is compared to my older ink pad. And already you can see the difference, how much lighter that is. And again, we give it a second. Dye inks always go into the paper. They dye the paper and they will dry themselves back. And that's going to go right here. Oh, it's a tight lid. So those are the 3 new colors. Again, they are Frosted, Lemon Sorbet, and Creamsicle. So they are all available in the shop. You can check them out, and it's a free download to the color wheel. You print that out on your computer. Again, I do recommend printing it on your most used stamping paper. If you don't use or haven't tried Catherine Pooler paper, it's a nice 100-pound weight paper. I've also used it for hot foiling. You guys have seen me do that. Blending, stamping, coloring. It's a very excellent heavyweight card stock for pretty much everything. Coloring, stamping, and she's ventured into hot foiling, which you guys know I have done hot foiling, and I've used her hot foiling plates, and they work beautifully. And they're teal. And they're teal because they're easy to find. You don't mix them up with the dyes. That's why she did them in teal, and that's her signature color. So very nice colors, and you can see, again, Creamsicle versus Bellini. Lemon Sorbet versus Chiffon. You can see now that it has dried, that is definitely a shade lighter. And Frosted versus Serenade. Okay. All right. Make sure you check out the Instagram hop. There is going to be some inspiration there. I'm going to have another video where I'm going to make a card. We have a new stamp set, and pattern paper set is what I received. So the stamp set that I received is called Daffodil Blooms stamp set. I also received the coordinating dies, and I got the spring gingham paper, which is going to coordinate with Cotton Candy, Creamsicle, Catching Rays, Lemon Sorbet, Melon Ice, Garden Party, Grass Skirt, and Midnight inks. So I'm going to make a quick card out of all of these things. So make sure you are tuned into my channel. But I know a lot of you guys love to know when there's new inks, love the spongy ink pads, which are going to be nice and juicy. Make sure you get your re-inkers as well as the labels. Again, you get a set of all 4 when you order the labels. So get your re-inkers, your inks, and you don't have to just get the full size. You can get the minis. I like both. I take the minis with me when I'm traveling. I get the full size when I'm at home on my desk, but it's a great space saver. If you haven't tried the mini inks, you can get them individually. You can make your own sets. The mini inks are nice as well because if you haven't tried Catherine Pooler inks, you can get mini inks because it's just a nice space saver, but it's a good way to travel and a good way to try something before you buy it. But it's that same spongy formula. It's the same ink formula, and it's just a good way for you to try something, save a little bit of money, and get the same formula, just in a smaller snack size. So it's something that you can do. She no longer sells them in the kits like this. You can get them individually. So if you're not somebody who wants to invest in full-size inks, you want to try the mini inks, you have the option of getting them in the minis as well. Okay, guys, stay tuned. I'm going to make a card. That'll be my next video for you guys. And don't forget to check out the Instagram hop. I'll be back. Keep on stamping. Bye, guys.